Look at that absolutely gorgeous sunrise on Friday, March the 22nd, 2023. Come with me and experience the day in the life of owning a tropical fish store. Before we do that, here is a back shot of that beautiful sunrise. I don't really do much of sunrises, but I really enjoyed today's one. First thing to do today was top up the RO DI water system. Going to do some more spawning soon, so I wanted to make sure that was nice and full, ready to rock and roll. And we had that running while we were doing the Fanatics Friday coffee date. Today we had Graham from Aquarium Adventures on. It was really fun. The replay is available on YouTube. Definitely get amongst that. If you want to know the reason why fish are so expensive in fish shops, well, it's because of these. These fish I will not be able to sell because they are not alive anymore. These fish have just literally died overnight. And in this tank here, the rummy nose, there's another 3 or 4 in here that aren't going to last very long either. So these are the fish that we got in from wholesale earlier this week. We put all of our fish through quarantine, so we deal with this, so you don't have to deal with it. But this is the reason why shop prices of fish are more expensive than hobbyist prices of fish. On with some positive stuff. Today we're going to move some fish around. Just trying to do a bit of aquarium Jenga, so the ones that we set up the other day. And today's tanks look way better than I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to look a little bit mucky, a little bit murky. Most of them are looking pretty good. This one still needs a little bit of attention, but it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. I reckon that's probably the worst out of the ones on this system. And then obviously the electric blue Acaras with the bristle nose in it just never gets cleaned because that's what it is. You can clearly see where I missed a couple spots when I was doing the algae cleaning on this tank as well. So I'll tidy that up a bit today as well, just to make sure it's so fresh and clean. And the betta tanks also need another resiphon. But I said that they were probably going to need that because, well, the filters on them are just junk. Pulled the white worms out of the fridge today. I keep forgetting to feed them. It's been probably 2 weeks since I fed them. So with that in mind, it's not too bad with the amount that there is. So I had some fry food that I wasn't going to feed out anymore, so I poured all that in there, so that should be hopefully gone in a few days' time. We'll try and get that cycle going again, get some more white worms going. Being that it is Friday, it is Frozen Food Friday. Today we're on the chopped spirulina, the chopped krill. I've used this before. Krill has a tendency to bring out lots of reds from fish. Particularly red coloured fish, but these today we're using it to prime up the fish again we've spawned from, get them back conditioned again, get them nice and plump after their feeds throughout the week. So the tetras and the danios and barbs all got a wee feed of that there as well. I don't mind this food. It's a little bit gel-like. It's not got a gel in it, but you can see there it's quite sort of chunky compared to some of the other stuff that is a bit smaller and a little bit finer. But it works so well, all right for the best part of it. And this is the aftermath from yesterday's cleaning as well. All the stuff we got tipped out onto the grass outside and went out the window. So I got the old broom out, now it's dry. Swept it up, made it all presentable and pretty for everybody coming into the shop today. Here we go here. It's nice and fresh and clean. Looks lovely and presentable. But what we're not going to talk about is how there is a pile of sand inside the doorway. This, I assure you, is not a sales pitch for my Feet Finder website profile. It is a funny story or a fun fact that for about an entire year, I didn't wear shoes whatsoever, so I feel really comfortable in flip-flops the entire time. However, if I'm doing anything with water, I need to put my actual shoes on, which I don't like that much because the flip-flops make me slip slops, and I do not like the idea of me slipping around wearing flip-flops. So always on the sneakers when I'm getting under the water. For some reason, my calico bristlenose thought that the sponge filter was their food source. I can assure you, bristlenose, that it was not. These are beautiful looking calicos, very nice. Often they get quite brown. These ones have got a real yellow tinge to them, which is kind of cool. There's another line hanging around New Zealand that got a real orange tinge to them, so eventually I'd like to find that as well. But I quite like these yellowy bumblebee looking calicos, which is kind of neat. Moved the 2 containers that held the rainbow fish fry in there, so we started putting some more breeding racks up there, so we have room for 2 or 3 more once we paint them up. And so here are the rainbow fish that we moved, still really small, being they're 3 months old. I could definitely see them when I was recording. I'm not sure if you can see them in the video, but a quick update with everything. The T-bars are growing quite nicely. I think this tank's empty, but we're not going to put anything else in it just in case for a little while. And I think there's only 3 or 4 various fish in here. The golden anacaras, green severums, and I think the keyholes in there's not very many. And this one's empty as well, so this one's definitely empty, which we'll put some fish in as well. Feeding time for the froggos. Giving them some silkworm today. Unlike yesterday where he spat it out, he's like, no, I'm taking all of this. And under the very wise and watchful eye of Lieutenant Shinysides, today we turn off the freezer. Just like that. Have a good one, team. Happy fish keeping. Catch you later.